All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 orange. Ready? Hey, Alpha. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Thomas has it. 33 yards that time. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Ready?
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the run.
They'll run on first down. It's George. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 16-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Now a give right side. Dickerson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready, set.
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go. Here we go. Slam. Slam.
X3. 218. Chopper. Set, go.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gain on the play.
Okay, ready?
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Check pass. Check pass.
5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a
Ready,
very,
break.
very fickle man.
59. Here we go. Check 52. Slam.
Foot. Squeeze. Shoot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
20-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Eagles
10-2
offense set to
soft.
begin their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mike's 59. 59.
They'll set up to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Watch 85. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Let's go.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dickerson. And some space here. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do, dude.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready
Well,
up.
they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Snap.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Barnett, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
3rd and long.
Ready.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hard.
Check 49, check 49. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Out.
Fight.
Back to throw here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
Let's go. Do this.
It's a big one there for the Vikings. 52 yards.
1st down, Minnesota.
Set.
A
Ready.
real field
50,
flipper
play.
there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Shoot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Go now.
The last
60
run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
High 7. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. 3 down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this
8-3.
Philly offense set to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
One play has him up past the
70,
40
Indy.
already, and another 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Hit it.
They'll drop to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. All day, baby, all day.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Room here to run. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
I know you feel that.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Just like that.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the... And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
One of the advantages of zone defense is I see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but the same.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Yeah, baby.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. We'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Set, ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Hit it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
Second and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Ready.
59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I'm here all day.
Ready?
Second and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, let's
Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
On third down, Dickerson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
Here we go.
Hate to see this. Week one of the season. We'll be back.
So we got man.
Now.
Mike's back.
Big River.
He'll look to throw.
Strip that ball.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
59 Mike.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Go!
Ready?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Smooth. Now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out on...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Pull it high. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, orbit. Get it.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
A gain of 12.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 56 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Vaughn. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Down. 30 base.
Mike's 59.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Get it. You gonna see me.
Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Vaughn. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
2nd and 6.
Get that quarterback.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On third down, it's Vaughn, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 7 yards away, and the Vikings have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Hey, watch the slam.
And
Watch
last
the
time,
slam.
not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Mike 5'9".
You ain't going nowhere.
Check, 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 check. Check, check.
On first down, George. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Oh, yeah.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Let's go.
Now they face
50,
a
plant.
3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Guys, out time. Let's
Now.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, you put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll run on first down. Vaughn fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Get it.
It's Eckler again. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". We don't want this.
Back to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Thomas has got it, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
Check 55 to Mike.
Y'all not ready? Ready.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Mike, check. 59.
Hey, watch this.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
Check 59.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
22-yard line.
On the ready.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Haywood. 5.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Hopkins complete, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Vaughn, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Hey, Alpha.
3 down, 3 down.
Get it.
2nd and 11. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. It's a gain of 20. And the Vikings first down.
Let's go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, wahoo! Big Griffin.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
He'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Catch it. Watch twist. Check 37, check 37. He's coming. We got double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Vaughn, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up. Or they're going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Hey,
Get him.
Topper, topper. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mark 55.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Ready,
Big
set.
play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
You ain't doing nothing
And he
today.
can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped in the contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know
Toe
about that.
bashed it.
Super tough.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Yes, yes.
Motion. Mike, check. 50.
Hey, Delta.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 59's Mike. Check.
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Hey, seam 6.
It's me and you. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Cut.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Once more, here's Eckler. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Zoom.
Here we go.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Vikings
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Vikings, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.